So there's that. But here's the thing. The i3, the i5, and the i7 didn't have hyper-threading for the past 18 months. And so for the past 18 months, if you want Intel, for most enthusiasts buying premium processors, there's only one to buy, the i9 9900K.
Yep.
If you're buying anything else, you bought AMD.
Correct.
And the i9 has not been continuously available. It's gone in and out of stock,
Correct.
and the price has been all over the place. There's been times it's been below 500.
Yep.
But there's been times it's been closer to 600. And so
that's true.
For most do-it-yourselfers and most people buying a CPU, it's been AMD, 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 and a few Intel. Now, marketing exists.
Yes.
And it's important to be clear about this, because while it legit is an achievement that AMD has in fact sold this many CPUs to retail, I think it's worth pointing out that what Dr. Lisa Su actually said was, Ryzen CPUs now account for 50% of the premium processor sales globally, with the figure based on statistics from various top e-tailers around the globe. This is for the sale of CPUs, yes, not computers.
Correct.
For people custom building computers, Ryzen CPUs are now representing half of all the custom built computers.
It's pretty impressive. What were they, 10% or 15% or something?
Custom built PCs are less than 10% of the PC market.
10%.
Intel owns the pre-built market. Now, I know a lot of our audience here goes, well, I don't care about that. I'm not buying some $599 Dell Vostro small business computer. I understand. That's fine. I wouldn't encourage you to do so. But the amount of money and the volume of processors in those $599 Dell Vostro 5000 small business computers from Dell make the number of individual retail CPU sales at Amazon and Newegg and Mindfactory in Germany and a few other places loose change by comparison. What AMD has failed to do is to get serious design wins from major OEMs in volume. Because if you go to Dell's website right now, their small business PCs are Vostros. Their mid-sized business PCs are Optiplexes. It's Intel, 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 and more Intel.
That's true.
Does Dell sell anything with AMD? Yes, but it's noise.
Yeah.
And as long as it stays noise, Intel won't fuss too much.
Nope.
If Dell ever sells too much...
they'll jump up and down. They'll chuck a tanty.
Well, at this last CES...
yes.
Intel made some big announcements, and they showed the Project Athena stuff, and they brought various vendors up on stage. Dell was one of them.
Yes.
Intel can invite who they want onto stage.
Correct.
If Dell sells too many AMD CPUs, they might not get invited to CES next year to show off their laptops on stage.
That's very true.
And consider that showing off their laptops on stage at CES, and I'm sure plenty of you are going to say, well, I don't care. I'm not buying a laptop because I saw it on stage at CES. You're not the target market of CES. When we cover CES, that's a sideshow. That's noise. That's nice, but that's noise. The real market of CES are the big media publications and the general mindset among purchasing managers at corporations who are making 3-year lease purchase decisions for 10,000 machines, and they see it on CNN.
Yep.
CES gets covered by CNN.
Yes.
The average stuff does not.
Yep. It's true.
So those big announcements, when CES happens in those announcements, you can turn on CNBC, the financial channel, and you'll see those announcements. That's who it's targeted to. And so when they put that Dell machine up there and they use buzzwords like AI processing and, thin and light and multi-day battery life and Project Athena and they use all these buzzwords. Those buzzwords are not being targeted towards enthusiasts. They're being targeted towards middle managers who have to justify their purchase decisions. And so they write a report to their boss about how they bought X, Y, and Z because of the new AI vector processing, which will enable the sales force to improve their insert crap corporate memo stuff.
Yep.
And then the upper manager, who also doesn't know anything about it, will read that and go,
Ooh, that looks fancy.
oh, and you bought it from Intel. Oh, yeah, we've used Intel for a long time, and they've been pretty good. Okay, you're good. You've got a job. Here's your bonus. And that's as far as it goes. And you might think, well, why would smart technology people do this? Do you think the computer purchasing manager for John Deere tractor, who has to justify it to John Deere's CEO, is worried about what enthusiasts are worried about?
Heck no.
Not even a little.
Nope.
So I am not downplaying AMD's announcement with these CPU sales, but you've got to read the lines. The figure of 50% is based on sales from top e-tailers, which does not include all the leased computers.
No.
Dell leases far more computers than they sell. HP leases far more computers than they sell, and they don't go through e-tailers. And boxed processors are a tiny, tiny market compared to tray CPUs sold by the pallet, basically, to large manufacturers. And so it's cool. Yay, AMD. Thank goodness we have competition. We can talk about this stuff.
Yep.
Processors are exciting again,
Yeah.
but don't overstate. See, I'll bet a lot of people will read this headline and think, oh my gosh, AMD's overtaking Intel and is now selling more CPUs. AMD is going to destroy Intel.
No.
Learn to read.
Yep.
So it's cool. It's awesome. But does that make sense?
Yep. Perfect.
End of tech rant. Hang on. I have spoken. I need a clip of I have spoken from The Mandalorian.
I have spoken. My notes are over there.
That's okay.
All right, here we go. Next one.